Welcome to the Junior High Humanities Podcast, where our students dive deep into the heart of what it means to be fully human.
Every episode is a student-driven journey featuring their unique insights, reflections, and discoveries from their humanities assignments.
Stay tuned to the Junior High Humanities Podcast for a captivating exploration of humanity, faith, and learning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Anniyah and I'm here with Amariah and Amariah. And today I'll be asking Amariah to talk to us about the Miranda versus Arizona case. So let's get into it. So first, we're going to dive into the background of the case. So Amariah, what was the background of this case?
In June of 1966, a Mexican-American man named Ernesto Arturo Miranda was arrested in his home and brought to the police station, where he was questioned by police officers in connection with the kidnapping and rape of Luis and Jameson.
Wow, that sounds intense. Anyway, let's move on to our next question, which were, what were some of the amendments that applied to this case?
There are two amendments that apply to this case. The first one is the Fifth Amendment, which says people cannot be forced to witness against themselves. The second one is the Sixth Amendment, which says that everyone has the right to assistance by an attorney whenever they are accused of crimes, and if they can't afford one, they will be given one.
Oh, that's so sweet of the government to give them one. Would you care to tell us about both sides of the argument?
I would love to. So Miranda stated that his rights weren't given to him, and he didn't know that he had the right to remain silent, and he couldn't afford an attorney. And Arizona stated that his confession was voluntary and that Miranda wasn't entitled to additional protection beyond what he was provided.
Wow, this is so interesting. Anyway, the answer we've all been waiting for, what was the final decision of this case?
Miranda was found guilty of the kidnapping and rape of Luis and Jameson and was sentenced to 20 to 30 years in prison on each court.
Wow, that's crazy. I just have a few questions about this case. My first question is, how did this case impact American society?
This case impacted American society because it makes sure that people have equal rights and that they know what their rights are. And because of this case, we now have the Miranda rights, which are that you have to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court of law. You have the right to an attorney. And if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. Then they have to ask you if you understand the rights that they just said to you, and they ask if you wish to speak them.
Wow, that's great that just one case that happened almost 60 years ago can change the future of how our government proceeds crimes.
I know, it just blows my mind.
Okay, I have one more question for you. Are you ready? It's kind of a tough one.
Yes.
Okay, so after looking and reading through this case, how does this case align with or diverge from the Bible's teachings on justice, truth, and morality?
The Bible really emphasizes the importance of fair treatment and protection for individuals. Proverbs 31:9, defend the rights of the poor and needy, and Deuteronomy 16:20, justice and only justice you shall follow. These verses talk about how to love one another and treat them fairly.
Wow, this was such a fascinating case. Thank you so much for taking the time to tell us all about it. It was really a joy.
Thank you for asking me all of these amazing, wonderful, educational questions. And thank you for having me.
Well, anyway, that is a wrap. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you all next time. Bye!
This episode has been a production of the Capistrano Valley Christian Schools Podcast Network. Capistrano Valley Christian Schools is a Christian JK-12 school in San Juan Capistrano, California. Be sure to check out, subscribe to, and leave a review of this show and the other shows on our network on your podcast player of choice. Doing so supports the school community in a multitude of ways. For more information about the CVCS Podcast Network or any of our other shows, check out cvcs.org or email podcasts@cvcs.org. On behalf of the whole network, this is Mr. Jasper saying thank you again for listening and stay tuned for more.